Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of This Not a Fact Basketball Talk. I'm your host, Anwar Snuffy Dog Smith, aka the Black Swan. That's TAJBLACKSWAAN. I'm here with Coach. What's going on, Coach? And we are here live with our guest. We're super excited for this. I finally get Trevor on the podcast. Guys, I've been trying to get Trevor on multiple shows on my podcast. If you all see, I've done a number of shows. Trevor has never found the time to do it. But now that we're talking about some basketball, and now that we talk, no, I said Trevor has found the time to do it.
Who get him to do it?
Okay, Shadow Carr. Now that we're talking some basketball here, now we're talking about some Hammond basketball here, so we're super, super excited about that. But what I am sad about, I hate to say it, I am sad that this is the last week of the season. An exciting week. We got to watch a lot of good games. Everybody trying to get in that play-in tournament. Everybody trying to get them good positioning with the seed. Forget LeBron. Who gonna fire nobody? Give that nigga a raise. Sorry, give that young man a raise.
You what, like 75?
65. give that young man a raise. Whoever came up with the play-in tournament. It was such a great idea. I think we all been enjoying it. We have not been this engaged in basketball at the end of the season in a long, long time. Like, other than watching people scoring titles or something like that. So that's super exciting. But We have a lot to talk about tonight because this is the last week. So what we're gonna do is jump right into our coach's corner with Trevor Stewart.
Trevor Stewart.
Say what's up to the people, Trevor Stewart.
Hey, people.
All right, so let me give you a little background on Trevor Stewart. Got a little money on this. Trevor Stewart played basketball as a young man at Aaron Bailey High School. Shout out Aaron Bailey.
Face your pride.
He moved to Florida to play for Faith Baptist
Christian school.
Faith Baptist Christian School in Florida. Then he moved over to Livingston College, Livingstone College at Salisbury, North Carolina.
You got that one, right?
I got it. And so, before we jump in, anything, we always ask everybody this first question we want to know is, tell us about that transition from playing basketball at Aaron Bailey and then moving through Florida and then all your way to North Carolina.
Basically, it was just for a better education, all in all. Everybody has their high hopes and dreams, to play in the NBA, but that doesn't always come true. When I went to Faith Baptist, I had the opportunity, I had offers, but then again, it all came down to scholarship and education. So I had to narrow down my choices, sit down, and think as a young man, hey, what do I want to do in life? Do I want to continue to aspire, just say NBA, NFL, or make sure that I am solid with my degree? So after a couple hours talking with my parents my senior year, I had 11 offers on the table. They just told me to make the best decision for me.
And these offers basketball and football?
Yeah, so it was 6 football, 5 basketball. So they just told me, well, my mom told me straight out the bat, JUCO is out of the question.
And man, then you was, hey, this ain't happening. You ain't wasting your time with that.
Not wasting this time. So stick to a 4-year school that you like after you visit it.
Hey, Carl, can you tell everybody what JUCO is real quick for the people who may not know what JUCO is?
Junior college, that's a 2-year college. Some people go there, if you ain't have a good SAT, but you're a top athlete, some people go there to get the grades up and then go to D1 or D2 or a 4-year college.
And I'm sure you wasn't in that position in terms of grades.
No, not academics.
I think sometimes people don't go for grades. They just go, Cam went back to JUCO, played JUCO.
Okay, but that was his transition to get where he was trying to go.
It was just to notice, just to be exposed out there, because our senior year, there was a few of us that played AAU ball for our senior year just to get more recognition. It was just us to get recognized. So we had JUCO within the
So you play AAU ball?
Yes.
Man, all right. So I'm gonna let you finish with that. But my next question, I want to hear about some AAU ball. I've just gotten into watching AAU ball.
Okay.
So go ahead, finish your story.
Okay. So after that, I just came to the decision that Livingstone College was the best choice for me. After the visit there, talk with the coach and everything, and I loved the environment because it was at HBCU, and it was a very vibrant transition because Bahamians, you just love to vibe with other people, other Black people, and so that's where my decision was made.
He don't like that.
I visited a lot of HBCUs. Shout out HBCUs, man. Well, go ahead.
That was it.
All right. So go ahead.
Not turn up. How do you feel now? I see a lot of high school ballers now in the States transitioning to HBCU. Now, HBCU more or less for football, you'll see a lot of top athletes.
And not even a lot. Not even a lot. But you will have a good number of people that come from HBCU to NFL.
Right. But in basketball,
that's very
HBCU is not known for basketball school.
There's only maybe 2 schools, I think. The one Chris Paul used to go to in North Carolina.
Chris Paul went to
Wake Forest.
That's not HBCU. Oh, that's not Wake Forest. Not even HBCU. I thought that was HBCU. My bad.
So they get I see Mikey Williams, one of the top players. He thinking of going at Mecca. He was a top thing on that. He went to Howard.
I want to hear your thoughts on that.
Right. So now you see a lot of Dwayne Wade's son is thinking of going to Texas Tech or something.
Texas Tech ain't no HBCU.
No, he's going to Texas, whatever Texas.
Whatever one is HBCU.
Texas Tech.
Yeah, one of them.
Texas Tech ain't no HBCU.
No, he's going to Texas Southern University.
Yeah, Texas Southern.
But go ahead.
Right. So I see a lot of young Black basketball athletes now looking into going to HBCU. So
what is your thoughts on that? I know it might have been a couple of years ago for you, but what's your thoughts on that program as you've been through one, and like how do you see that transitioning now in this new world?
I'm glad that it's actually happening because a lot of players from HBCUs are very talented. They didn't get the recognition because there was Duke, North Carolina, Miami,
Relationships,
a lot of high-ranking Division I schools. So for the top athletes, like there was a kid, the center that signed to Howard, and Howard is one of the best HBCUs, and they're just doing that to get the recognition out there to say that hey, HBCUs. And for those that don't know what HBCU means, it's historically black colleges or universities.
Represent.
So for those who didn't know what it meant, but they just went there to get more profile and more money coming into them because it's more of a family environment rather than a PWI, which is a private white institution. They just there to collect your money. You get your grades however you get.
I want to say all PWIs are like that, but I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah. But the HBCUs are very much so more family environment.
Definitely.
You get to love everybody being there. You get to love every moment of it,
and you get to learn your history. I feel like you get to learn your history.
Yeah. But then in basketball too, the brackets, March Madness is more or less PWI schools. So I think they do it to get, like you say, known, to get seen.
Right. And I think it's like, so don't mind me talking foolishness about Zaire going to wherever he chooses to go.
Yeah.
But like, I think, like you said, the recognition of it will start building the program.
As you have
and now you got to write them differently when you start getting different type of players to go there. So that's pretty cool. I want to applaud the young players who are making those decisions because that's beyond basketball decisions. I'm making a worse decision to make a stand. Let's applaud. Let's take a sip for those people. Clink, clink. Let's take a sip for those people who are making a beyond the basketball decision. Now, get back to you. Tell me about AAU basketball. Like I was saying earlier, I just started getting into AAU basketball. I learned that's where you get to learn some of the young talent. Watch them grow from high school to college, and that's the league that they playing in. Tell me about it. I heard it's exciting. Tell me if that's a scene. Yes.
AAU basketball is very exciting. This is where you see the top athletes, just come together and play. Like I played against Austin Rivers, Brandon Knight, everybody in the Florida, the elite. We played against Team Dwight Howard. And that's very exciting because that's the best players from the top school coming together, showcasing their talents. And most of them are on the same team, so you just seeing highlights per day. It's like we played in the Milk House. It was every other second I see someone dunking, someone in the cross, a 3-pointer just going up. It's like everyday highlight in the Milk House.
It's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. I'm glad you said the word highlight. I like to ask people this. What is your best highlight? I want to know from all three levels. What's your best highlight from Aaron Bailey? What's your best highlight in Florida? And then in Salisbury, Carolina, North Carolina. I don't know your best highlight there, and that includes AAU in the AAU circuit. But go ahead, talk. Give me some highlights, man. Give me some, because you was an ambassador, and that's why I like to shout out to all our guests. Y'all were ambassadors for the Bahamas, and your great play was an ambassador to what we represent over here. So I want to hear them great highlights you had against them Americans.
All right, so the best highlight started from Arm was the game we played CI.
We in the area though. Shout out CI. We kind of in the same area, but I was a CI guy.
It was a game where I remember my teammate Wenzel Raman passed me the ball at half court.
Shout out Wenzel Raman. Every time he call a name, we shout him out. Shout out Wenzel Raman.
Passed me the ball at half court. I drove. The minute I drove, the ball rolled up and rolled back in at the buzzer because it was like within 6 seconds to go, and that was one of my best highlights at Arm.
Yeah, went up.
That was in the playoffs.
In the playoffs. Extra.
So y'all beat them to go to the championship?
No, we didn't beat them to go to the championship. We beat them to play Doris Johnson to go to the championship. Because they lost.
Okay.
I'll take a sip. I almost didn't sip. I'll take a sip.
No, shout out semifinals.
Yeah,
B Triple A. Where's B Triple A?
No, G Triple SA.
G Triple SA. Shout them out. Shout semifinals. Tougher league. It's a tougher league.
Yeah. So,
he got some more highlights.
Okay.
So at Faith, let's start off with football.
No. So that means I need you to get your football question in first before we get into football highlights. Go. Let's transition into.
Oh, okay, yeah. So how was your transition from playing basketball from young into high school here, going abroad to play high school, and then transitioning to football? Like football is kind of, I'd say, is a hard, not say hard, but kind of a hard sport to learn. Not learning from young, because you know you learn that from PV, how to take a hit, how to do a hit. You know what I mean, to protect yourself or protect others. Like, how was your transition?
For me, it was fairly easy because my coach told me, like, Trev, you are a ball hawk. So what a ball hawk does, I watch wherever the ball goes, I flow with it. So the transition wasn't hard, and I was already an aggressive player from basketball. So that aggression just transferred over to football, to where it led me playing linebacker, fullback, and running back. So the transition was not so hard.
All right, that's good. That's good. So you played defense or offense?
I played college. I played defense. High school, I played both.
Okay, yeah.
Sure. Now, so tell us about that football highlight.
All right, the football highlight was when I had a 98-yard touchdown.
Woo! Woo! What position you was playing? Man, that's big play. That's big plays. What position you was playing?
We had a wing T offense, when the wing T offense basically has 3 running backs in the back. We were at the 2-yard line. I was very tired. The score was 8-7. They were up 1. I remember we had a 48, where I had to run on the outside. So the hole opened up on the outside for me. I seen, shout out to Colin, who was my O-line at the time, crack back. He cracked back, so as soon as he cracked back, I came up under him. So that was the same.
Man, you got talking in layman terms for our basketball
Okay.
fans out here.
So there are 3 levels.
Okay.
I got past the first level, which was the defensive line. I've already broken down the second level, which was the linebackers. And my, thanks to Colin, my offensive line, he helped me.
Shout out, Colin.
Shout out, Colin.
He helped me got past the safety, which led to my 98-yard run.
So it's a school pass or it's like a sweep?
Just a draw.
Oh, a draw.
Okay, that was like a
Now,
sweep.
let me ask this. Does the game win in touchdown?
Yeah.
How did you celebrate in the end zone?
I was tired.
See, and that's one of the things I always thought, like, as a person who only watches it and you never participate in it, I always know, after you make this big, long run, come on, you just run 100 yards. But, like, if you didn't have that energy to do something, you see that everybody just do that.
And just drop.
Nah.
You gotta drop, bro.
Certain NFL players will find that energy to give you that excitement, too.
This was in the 4th quarter with like 5 minutes
Okay.
to
I
go.
guess he's playing hard, too.
So
That's solid.
yeah, so I was very tired. Basketball, that's very tough.
Give me that. I need that.
Basketball in high school, that's very tough. I would say my best game was when we played at St. Pete. I forgot the school's name. I had like 14 points, 14 toughest points. It was a comeback game because we had just lost to go on to the championship by the 3-pointer, which was heartbreaking, but you know the play still go on. I had a tough 14 points, and I would just say that's not my best scoring game, but that's one of my toughest performances because you know we're not 1A, you know they go by divisions.
Like 1A, 2A.
Yeah, so we played 4A school.
Shout out you. I think this is the first time in the whole time we did this that one of our guests said, you know what, this ain't one of my best statistical games.
Yeah.
But this is my best performance through a tough game, putting in that work, and like that's what I love it. That's some like to. I think one of our guests was talking about the ghetto dudes, the grind hard dudes.
A scale.
This a grind hard talk.
Yeah.
He telling you like, yo, my toughest game was like when I go on work, put in a hard 14, we put in work and we get W, correct? And that's what I'm about.
Yeah,
I bounce back from a loss too.
Yeah.
So I'm about that. Shout that out. That's what 242 represents. Oh, one second. I'm sorry to cut you off. That's what 242 represents. When you get a Bahamian young player, once he get the mind right and the dedication, that's the fight he gonna give you. I'm a bounce back. You know what I mean? Yeah. I loving it. Nah, man. Like I said before, these are ambassadors from my country.
Yeah,
so when I go somewhere, I be like, I got some dudes playing some football, some basketball somewhere. I need them representing, not they getting washed. So I appreciate you for that.
And shout out to the baby who just get drafted. I can't remember his name. Like,
In the NFL?
And after you miss something who drafted, bro.
We're going to find him. We got to
Michael
find him.
Strong.
Michael Strong.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Michael Strong.
Shout
Shout
out.
him out. Can we take a sip?
Take a sip.
Take a sip.
Take a sip. And then we're gonna educate, like I said, like he said, in Florida they go by divisions in high school. Like 1A would be like the amount of males y'all have in the school. 2A is another setup. So it's go like just say
It goes from 1A to 6A.
yeah. So like if your school have just say you have 100 kids, that'd be like a 1A. If it have 200 kids, it'd be like a 2A. Just per se, not really saying that's the real
Numbers.
yeah, but that's how it goes. So and shout out
So-
to Northwest Christian
so
Academy,
Okay, go ahead.
30 Birds.
So 6A would be the highest
6A
level.
is the highest.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So that's where everybody attends. So now my best play in college football, I remember this clear as day.
We got to hear this.
It was a sock against the quarterback. I played. They put me on the edge at that play. We needed a crucial play. It was third down, 3rd and 12. I rushed off the edge. You know, as an edge rusher, you're not supposed to cut on the inside. But what the wrong thing with the guard did was he stood up straight. So when he stand up straight, it was impossible for me to try to swim and go around him. So what I did, when he stand up straight, I punched him in his chest. And moved him that way. And as soon as I moved him that way, I turned my direction towards the quarterback. And my helmet was square to his chest. So once I hit him, boom, he was out, like crawling out. Yeah.
Sound like a play in 2021 that might be illegal. Sound like an illegal play in
No,
2021.
it was a clean hit.
It was a clean hit.
It was a clean
It wasn't helmet to helmet.
It
Come
was
on
not
now.
helmet there. It was not target. It was just a straight hit. To the
Cool,
chest.
cool.
All right. Now, I need some more crowd reaction. Home game, away game.
Home game.
Crowd reaction.
Live.
That's the stuff I here for. Like, I've been to a few football games in my time in America, and man, the fourth quarter big plays. You don't even know who the dude is. Oh my, you gonna take your clothes off and run it up for him. And like that's one of them plays right there. Like, why you saying sorry? I was getting in the moment. All right, third down, 12 yards to go. We need a big play, and that's a sack. Come on, that's exciting.
And that's why I like HBCU football games.
Oh my goodness.
The
Like,
bond.
football
the
alone.
no,
The bond's better.
That's what I'm saying.
The bond's
So like
better.
you
environment.
getting hype, you getting all that.
The
Like you
entire
just said,
environment.
you
Yeah,
love
you're
that
right.
type of.
And after the bond, and I'll be up after halftime.
Oh,
You better
yeah.
win this game. You better win this
The bond
game.
had to go after a big play. They started playing
What?
after the big play.
Ooh, you get a bond play, man. Who got this on video? We gonna need that video. All right, so let's take it back to basketball. So what I want to know is I need to know your NBA thoughts. I already a little slow down because I kind of know kind of things he thinks, but I'm gonna ask a couple of things. Who is your favorite NBA player all time?
All the time. Allen Iverson.
Oh yeah, good pick. I love the pick.
No.
You don't like the pick?
Nah.
Let's talk. Let's get there. Now, who is your?
Wait.
Okay, my bad.
Wait.
You can't live off of that again.
Pump your brakes, bro. Hold on. Iverson is a 5'10" guard.
Mm-hmm.
Trevor Story is 6'3". How you liking Iverson?
Come on, you might. But Trevor Story has a feisty drive,
Bro,
hungry.
bro,
Go get
bro,
it.
That's
bro,
not who I
a
compare
point
my
guard.
game to.
I'm not saying you compare your game, dude, bro. Like that's like me saying, "Oh, my favorite player is Shaq. Why? Does he play the post? I don't play no post."
Nah, that's unfair. You take him out the box. You got him in, man. Take him out the
No.
box. He might be thinking more than that.
Stop.
Let's ask him. Trevor, right? Trevor, why is Allen Iverson your favorite player all time?
He just his style of play, the way he changed the game. You know, they created several rules for Iverson. Like growing up, you know, I just was watching Sixers. This is like Jordan, you know, the end of Jordan era. So the end of the Bucks era, the start of Kobe, Shaq, Allen Iverson. And I was like, this dude has tough, this dude has greatness. Like they was talking about this little guy from Georgetown. I said, this guy is from Georgetown. Then I watched a couple of plays. And it's not even a crossover from Jordan. It's just like a couple of dunks and stuff I see. Mm-hmm. I was like, this dude is really short.
Out of nowhere.
And his game and style, but he has no quit. And he hypes his teammates up to allow them not to quit.
So you a Westbrook fan now too? Because you start sounding like a Westbrook. I mean, I'm just asking.
I like Westbrook, but I'm not a Westbrook fan.
Okay.
But you like him.
I like him.
I don't know what you trying to do over there. I like him too. All right, so boom. Who is your favorite player? Who is your favorite player currently in the NBA?
LeBron.
I thought his all time would have been LeBron, but LeBron is your favorite player. Who is your favorite team right now in the NBA? I know LeBron is your favorite player, but who's your favorite team?
Who do I like right now?
No, who you like right now? Who is a team that if we didn't know anybody in the league, which team you would be rooting for?
I'd probably say the Sixers.
All right. Now, this goes. Who do you like right now? And when you say like right now, you mean like to win the championship?
Who's the favorite to win the championship?
Who is your favorite to win the championship? It's a tough one. His favorite player is LeBron. The fact that he's thinking about it, I just want y'all to see it.
No,
Doubting these Lakers' hearts. Doubting their hearts.
I'm not a Laker fan. Anybody can tell you that. I'm not a Laker fan. I was about to say Denver, but they just lost their biggest key.
That's good.
Jamal Murray,
that's the
we
X-Factor.
won't see him until middle season next year.
I think we might, right?
Yeah.
It might just be the playoff for next year.
But I think they got more time next year.
But right now, a sleeper team, because everybody's rooting against the Nets. A sleeper team, I go with the Sixers.
Is
Ain't
that
a
a
sleeper
sleeper? Is that a sleeper?
Like a sleeper.
I thought you were going to say the Heat. But is that a
No,
sleeper?
I'm not
Excuse
saying
me?
the Heat.
I said they would be a sleeper team.
Excuse me?
So
They're not also favorite.
Let's get a second on this. Are you trying to tell me
Excuse me?
you are mad because I'm saying the Heat are a sleeper team?
How are we a sleeper team?
So y'all are a contender.
You don't think so?
We've been doing this for fucking... Sorry.
67.
We ain't cursed all this time. We've been doing this for a while.
Bro.
And in 17 to 18 weeks,
But you know
this man say the Heat is a contender?
People that said the same thing last year.
No, that's fair. And last year they took us by surprise. We know we have a way more sample size this year. Anyway, we're going to get into it later. Because we're going to, I guess that's your pick for one of our questions later. Anyway, so who you say 76ers is your sleeper team that you think may pull this off?
76ers are one of the contenders that I think.
If you had to put money on it.
Yeah, if they play healthy.
If you had $100, you had to put it on a
I
team.
go on the 76ers.
All right, I like that. Who you got coming out the West?
Coming out the West.
You got $50 bet on this one. Who you got coming out the West?
Tough. I can't sleep on playoff LeBron. I cannot sleep on playoff LeBron.
I said that last week.
I cannot
But it's
sleep.
not your pick.
Clippers.
Yo! Shout out our guest who keeping it 100. Is no one who's a bigger LeBron fan than this guy right here. So I am surprised by some of these answers. And that's how I know he's on camera. He's not gonna let his dumb love for LeBron mess him up on cam. I appreciate this boy said. This boy, dog, you can't sleep on playoff LeBron. So what you got?
What?
I have to go with the Clippers. Because LeBron's injury right now, that's more serious than a lot of people think.
I feel you on that. I feel
feel
you.
you.
Now, so before we go on this interview portion of the situation, because you staying here for the whole situation, but before we go on the interview portion, I want to know, and I like to ask all these guests too, if a young kid listening to this, and apologies for the cursing that I did say whatever earlier, but if a young kid listening to this, he wants to know, how do I get to high school basketball? How do I get to college basketball? What the things do I need to be thinking? What things
football.
I need to do? Or football at a high level, where like their dream may be NFL or NBA. What things do you say they need to learn early or instill in themselves early? And what things you want to pass on to them? Give me something.
They have to maintain. It's not easy because when you go off to school, you're away from your family, away from your parents. But you have to maintain that mental stability to say, hey, this is only a few years, and I'm trying to get a better life for me and for my family. So once you put that into perspective, then you would know where your goal is. Like, you just want to achieve your goal. You just want to have that drive to do everything for your family because you already know where you came from, but you need to also know where you're trying to go. So there's a lot of coaches like out here now, like trying to help people, trying to help kids, reach out to our high school coaches and what's not. So as long as you keep that drive, you have the attitude. My mother always used to tell me, attitude gets you around the world. And let's stick to today. No coach like a kid with terrible attitude. They don't care how good your gameplay is or what's not. Because the first thing they're going to tell the coach is, hey, he's uncoachable. So your attitude, your mentality, you have to be mentally stable. And keep your head on your shoulders. That's all I could say.
All right, Carl, I want to show. I can check the comment section in a minute, Carl, but I want to show the fact that this is like the third person that comes and said the parents, like the parents talking to them, and I think that's very, very valuable for the young people as well as the parents to listen to. Like, yo, it's not just the kid putting in the dedication to work; it's you instilling in them
And being there.
and being there and say, hey, you gotta put in the hard work. I got you when you need a shoulder to lean on, and that's what I feel like you said a couple of times. Just on, I was hoping that you ran into the parents thing, but you said it a few times just off a rip. Like, yo, I talk to my daddy, I talk to my mommy, my parents tell me this, and it's just like I feel like that's what I've realized. Where Bahamian kids over here are starting to, based on our conversation with our guests, that's how they get in there. They have a great parent system around them who are instilling that work ethic as well as that encouragement and love that's pushing them to those levels. I love it.
Yep.
I love it. You know what I'm saying? So, Trevor, we appreciate that. Walker, we see you. Walker, we see you. We coming back.
One last thing. I know you went to HBCU. Like, HBCU is doing too for, like, Greek life.
All right. I see what you're doing.
So were you a part of any Greek life in HBCU?
And how did you find the time to do that with sports? That's an interesting question. How did you find the time to do Greek life and sports at HBCU? Before we leave, because you know all of us got a little interest in that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a proud member of the Phi Beta Sigma fraternity incorporated. Blue for
You know, but I didn't even know that. Let's go. Talk to us. I know, you know, but you don't know. Talk about it. So this is the last question we're going to end on. What was that like participating in sports and joining a fraternity? And not getting too many details, but you know that goes.
It was very exhausting.
And joining a fraternity.
I loved it. It was very exhausting. Very, very, very exhausting. It tried every bit of your mental because everybody says it's 95% mental. It's 95% mental because we had spring ball. Spring ball we had to get about 4:45.
That's when you're doing your tour days.
That's 4:45 weight room.
In the heat.
Then you got classes and then you got football practice right afterwards. So you're done like 7, 8 o'clock, and then you got I would say about 2-3 hours of relaxation.
And you still got your schoolwork.
Still got your schoolwork to accomplish.
Crazy.
So
as well as shout out what you were studying in school as well. We didn't do that today.
I study CIS, Computer Information System.
Tell them what you get your degree in.
Computer Information System.
Alright, that's what I make sure. Like, he ain't just did it. Let's go.
He graduated.
Yeah, like he wasn't just doing it. He graduated. Let's go.
With honors.
With honors.
Yeah. So it was very exhausting, the late nights, early mornings, like you had to. And my profile started understanding this, you can't wear out an athlete. But
show them pro fights.
But you still have to go through what everybody's going through. Because this is not an easy task.
Nah, this ain't a podcast.
All right, Danielle.
So next question.
No,
I'm just saying. It's not an easy task. It's not easy.
So you got
it's not an easy road, yo.
Was it worth it? Was it worth it?
It was worth it.
Everything you put in, because I know you had school, sports, and doing fraternity, Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. Was it worth it going through all of that?
It was worth it.
I saw that. We're going to have another podcast for you to come and talk about that aspect of it, but this ain't the one for that. So, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break. We're going to run some ads about 5 minutes. We're going to let Trevor get real situated. We're going to let him know what the whole plan is like. Crocky, we see you in the comment section. Crocky, we see you in the comment section. So when we come back, we're going to have a great time. We have a few more things to talk about for the NBA season. And, hey, yo, I can't wait to hear Carl's thoughts, Trevor's thoughts, Heat man, LeBron man, I'm a Westbrook man. So we're going to come back. So 5 minutes, run the mods, check the mods out. These are some good people. These are people who support us the whole time. So I've been updating these odds throughout the weeks. So please check these odds out and see all the people who've been supporting and messing with us the whole time.
Hey, I can name him good, bro.
Hey, what's up, guys? We are back. Forget these two guys. We are back on This That or Fact Basketball Talk. Coach, what's going on? Trevor, what's going on? Guys, we're going to hop into it. This is our last episode, so we're having a good time. We got a couple of drinks in us. All right, so what we're going to do first is we're going to end this whole game show situation. Kyle obviously won the first Guess Which Team He's On. You won that with flying colors, so I'm not going to run on with
Rap.
So we do have one more game. So I want to know.
We should know what's going on because I've been working on lately.
You got an atonement inside them
The
muscles.
dungeon, baby.
Shout out to Dungeon Fitness. Yo, guys work hard. Dungeon Fitness in Farmdale, he's work hard. Shout them out. So, what we did, I don't know if you've been following what we've been doing the past few weeks. We've been picking games every Tuesday, getting scores. We predicting who win.
It's not being killing me.
I've been winning the first couple of weeks, so I'm up by 2
2 games.
2 games this last week going into yesterday's games. We're going to let Carl run them games. We're going to find out where we at right now.
So, I want us to go week by week, bro, but like, I ain't do it.
We ain't got time. We have a lot to run through.
Yeah. And this nigga leaving.
Nah, cause like let's wrap this up.
All right,
You ready to win the first one? Let's go.
Right. What you talking about? Anyway, for this, the final picks for our pick'ems. With yesterday game, we had Denver versus Charlotte, Minnesota versus Detroit, Miami versus Boston, LA versus Toronto, Philly versus Indiana, Brooklyn, Chicago, Dallas, Memphis, Orlando, Milwaukee, Phoenix, Golden State, OKC, Sacramento, New York, LA. Okay. First game, we had Denver, Charlotte. I picked Denver. You picked
Y'all
Charlotte.
know I like LaMelo Ball.
Denver won. That's 1 for me. Then we got Minnesota and Detroit. Both of us picked Minnesota. Minnesota won. Then we had Miami, Boston. I picked Miami. He picked
Boston.
Miami. Won that one.
Let me say something real quick. Shout out Jaylen Brown. Yeah, that
Injury.
season-ending injury,
And
that
the
risk
rest.
situation.
So he's not going to play in the playoffs?
He's not playing in the playoffs at
No.
all. So I didn't get the details. I wanted to do it, but I couldn't find the details enough
That's
for
a
tonight.
blow, bro.
But he is not. He's out for the rest of the season.
That's a
so
blow,
that's
bro.
kind of sad for the Celtics. Go ahead, continue.
I didn't even know that, though.
That's the
Brown,
game that kind of bugged me. But let's go.
Yeah, bro. Get well soon, bro. Then we had LA Clippers, Toronto. He won that one. Clippers, Toronto, you let me down. Then we had Philadelphia, Indiana. Both of us picked Philadelphia. Both of us lost.
Pacers trying to keep their position. Pacers trying to keep their position.
Right. Then we have Brooklyn, Chicago. I was thinking Brooklyn's going to sit some of these stars, but they didn't. Brooklyn still ended up winning. Snuff won that one. We got Dallas, Memphis. Dallas, you had the game, lost it in the fourth quarter. Memphis won. I lost. Orlando, Milwaukee. I picked Milwaukee. Picked Orlando. Milwaukee won. Phoenix, Golden State. He picked Phoenix. I picked Golden State. Golden State won.
Spooty. You was the one telling me about the Suns, and I about to lose the situation because of you. That's the game. That's the game. Like, I understand with the Magic in the Bucks. I was like, yeah, Bucks might not play people. Even if they play people, I can take that loss. But I had sure wins. That Suns was not a sure win.
Me and him was like, yo, boy, I know. I was pulling. Yeah, but
Sunset already good.
No, they lose straight out.
Yeah, they lose straight out.
Smoothie, this is what you got me doing. Because it don't sound like the numbers looking right now. Let's go. Finish, man. Finish.
You finish.
I finish.
Everything okay?
It ain't okay.
You didn't talk about
I didn't lose all the games on this show with this guy. Let's go. Let's go, though.
Okay, see.
I done lose all the games on the show with this guy.
Bro?
Nah, because I don't like that. I don't like that.
Then we had OKC, Sacramento. He picked OKC. I picked Sacramento. Shut up, buddy.
Why I pick OKC? Why I pick Buddy Hield?
Shut up, buddy. Ian.
They've been on time staying about 10 off the bottom.
Then we had New York next and LA Clip and LA Lakers.
So New York will win all the games. New York been 12-13 before they play the Lakers. They won't win all the games.
No, they were 7-3 the last time.
No, sir. Joe Boy will come in and argue with you. He should have been here tonight. He'll come in and argue with you. They was 12-13, and they're
12
last.
of the last 13.
Yes, they won 12 of the last 13.
last game. Okay, all right.
How you lose to the Lakers without LeBron James?
I saw it yesterday when they said they were 7-3 the last time.
You know, but that might have been their home record or their away record or
Yeah, they
something
was
like
40
that.
seconds. They're 6-4 now. So
Yeah.
They were 7-3. Last 10 games. Okay.
You right.
So
Still low. They supposed to beat the Lakers without LeBron James. Man, shut man.
I trying to. Okay.
Cause he know what it is.
That was the last game.
He know what
So-
it is.
The previous record, I was 7-12. Snuff was killing me with 19-10. Right? Yesterday record, I'm 7-4, and Snuff was 4-7. What brings a grand total of Snuff being 23-17. Good love and dog, good show.
See how you say my own first. That means I lose.
And the winner of Pick'ems It's yours truly,
24 and 16.
24 and 16. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not the best, but I just do what I gotta do.
I thought you were gonna say the quote. I had it this time.
Okay?
Yeah, I had it. Let's
I'm
go.
not cocky. I'm confident.
And if they say I'm the best, it's not a compliment.
It is a compliment.
Oh, it is a go. I messed it up on the last episode. I was ready though, because I knew you win. I actually saw the scores from last night. I knew we win, so I was ready to say because I knew you was gonna put the quote up
Oh
on.
yeah, but you probably get this one. What is big money to small change? 2 words after this?
Ball game.
Ball game. I won this one.
Cassidy won that battle, but ball game though. Ball game.
So
Show,
far in
show.
the game shows, don't say the game show, in our little contest, I'm like 2 or 3-0
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
contest.
You know,
so
everything about this, that, or everything about facts, you got it. I think I got this and that. I think you win in the facts. You win in the facts. Hey, let's move on. Man, I don't have time to put it on. Let's move on. All right, so what I want to do is shout out. Let me start with Trevor first.
Mhm.
I want to shout out Russell Westbrook for his historical feat. Russell Westbrook passed Oscar Robertson on the all-time triple-double list, a 40-year-old record, a 47-year-old
47,
record.
47.
Uh,
Biggest
Oh my God, a 47-year-old record. 182 triple doubles compared to 181. I'm pretty sure he's getting one right now as we doing this podcast. But shout out to Russell Westbrook. I just want to give him a little bit of love. There's a lot of media's giving him a whole lot of hate over the years. We've all seen it. You all know I was a big Westbrook fan. You come in my chat a few times about it. Can we give him a little bit of love right now for his historical feat?
Yeah, I'll give him a lot of love because that's not easy. 182 triple doubles, that is definitely not easy. He is all heart, all energy. So I'll give him that love.
All right, I feel like he brought it up earlier. You say you love Yusuf Allen Iverson. He was like, yo, how could you not love you or Westbrook? Because that's the same type of ideal.
Yeah, but because Westbrook has dumbfounded moments.
Bad decision making, I guess, is always pull him back. But that's what we're doing today. We giving him his love today. Go ahead.
Flowers. But the thing about it, right, he just like in 7 years, bro. Like his first one was 2012. Then I see OKC say, yeah, you know, it happened. The first one was 2012. And it's like, so, like, you did 182 in 7 years, bro. That's impressive.
Because he averaged a triple double the past 4 to 5
5
years.
years. That's what I'm
So that
saying.
means
That's
you get
crazy,
at least,
bro.
You get at least half your games you play, you get a triple double.
So-
55% of it.
Yeah.
So give or take, right? I think he may have more. Just say if you give like 5 more years on, I'll say with 3 years on a high level, and then maybe 2 years still doing the same thing.
I with you.
How much do you think he'll finish?
I
with?
could see him getting 20 to 30. Let me say 30 next season, 20 the season after that, maybe 15 to 10. So that's 20, 30, 20, 50, 15, that's 65. I can see him getting 75 more triple doubles before his career over.
I see him with 230 total.
And
Yeah,
I'm thinking
yeah.
around that same
Same
number
thing,
too.
yeah.
I think around the same. He say 230. I'm thinking 250 something total.
So, like, and that's another thing. Like, if Westbrook get 250, do you feel like it ever be broken?
See, we can't see it now.
And I'm feeling
He's proven to us that maybe you can't say something
it
like
could,
that.
right.
I don't think no one in this era can break it.
The way this era is going,
This era, no one in this era.
no one has that high voltage
No,
energy.
like,
Yeah.
unless Luka changes his game to go way more intense.
Lucas
Or even Ball? You don't think LaMelo?
LaMelo,
Yes.
maybe LaMelo.
It's
If
possible.
that's
That's
right.
LaMelo is very much possible.
Yeah, I think LaMelo can get the assist for sure. It's them rebounds.
He's
and,
6'7".
yeah,
So,
and that's the
yeah,
thing. He's
And his
big.
style of play. Like, he want to be everywhere and do
But
everything.
what I think about LaMelo is he's going to turn him more into a scorer and an assister in later part of his career.
Yeah, because they might force him to.
Yeah, they can force him into a
He
scorer,
just
yeah.
love to be a facilitator.
But it's those rebounds, though. Westbrook really out there getting rebounds.
And right now, the Westbrook have 27 points, 11 assists, and 4 rebounds, and they still get a 4 quarter to play.
And what score is it?
Washington 89, Atlanta 80.
Yes, I don't need it. The Hawks beat them last game. Thank you. I've been following the Wizards. Show the play-in tournament. I love it because now I get to watch these teams fight for it. So
Westbrook
show the
will
Wizards.
play the Washington Wizards and Beal can become healthy. I don't know if he's gonna play in the playoffs, but
He's coming up. He's sitting out for 2 games.
All right, so guys, I gotta let Trevor pick first. I need you to pick a name out of these 3 names. Kobe Bryant, Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan. Pick a name.
Kevin Garnett.
You got Kobe Bryant or Tim Duncan?
I go, bro. Like,
Give me one.
I had to pick between Kobe and Tim.
Yeah, pick one. Just one. Just pick one. I'll round up.
I'll go with Tim.
And then give me Kobe.
That's
What
why
we
I
gonna
give
do
you Kobe.
right?
I give you
I
Kobe, bro.
appreciate you. What we're gonna do right now is our next section. We're gonna talk about these guys about to go in the Hall of Fame. These are most notable names about to go in the Hall of Fame. These are guys that was killing it while we was growing up. These are our NBA stars and our NBA idols. Not to say idols, but our NBA idols. So I want to talk about them. So I'm gonna let you go first. Tell us about Tim Duncan. Tell us what you remember about Tim Duncan. Tell us some highlights about Tim Duncan, but why he deserved this, in your opinion.
But I'll say Tim Duncan deserved the Hall of Fame because the work he put in. He came into the league and was so fundamental, where the league wasn't really fundamental, and he made you appreciate fundamental basketball.
It's the fundamental.
So yeah, you know what I mean.
definitely.
Coming shooting basketball short,
Yeah,
like
definitely.
nobody really is doing that. So it's
Yeah.
like, you know,
At first it was born, and then it
Yeah,
turned out,
like-
yo, this nigga styling on you.
right?
Yeah.
So he's really doing it, like, you know, and it's winning games. So I think like his record, win-loss record under par, should be top 45 win-loss record. He won in the 90s, one in the 2000s, and one in the 2010.
Yeah,
when they bring-
2010,
yeah. So he's won in the past 3 decades.
Mhm.
And he won a ring, 5 rings. Most persons hasn't won 1, but he's won 5 rings. He's been on one team for his whole career, which is kind of unknown
Mhm.
in the era. So it's like he has really shown us how fundamentals and just being low-key quiet and a superstar, and you can be great.
Where he's from again, Virgin Islands?
He's from actually from the Virgin Islands.
So I can't remember his name right now. I hate myself for it. There was a guy at Liberty University who was from the Virgin Islands. He reminded me of Tim Duncan. I was like, yo, is the Virgin Islands teaching this? He was so fundamental.
And laid
He was
back,
all
yeah.
laid back. He was
Right.
about the team, like whatever y'all need. He was every day. I was an athletic trainer. Every day he was in the treatment room getting treatment on something. But he's playing every game, and he's playing the hardest every game. It reminded me of Tim Duncan. So watching him made me say, yo, that's just someone instilled in them, maybe. But Tim Duncan was really a class act about basketball.
And the thing about it, Tim Duncan showed you that you don't have to be playing basketball from you 5, 6, 7 to make it to the league. Because he started off swimming
You
first.
just gotta be talented. You just gotta be athletic. Be
And put in
talented.
that work.
Yeah.
You
And put in the
understand?
work.
Right.
My apologies. Put in the work.
And I
as
feel
well.
that's where he got his fundamentals from.
Because he started so young.
Swimming,
Yeah,
like,
older.
discipline.
Oh, right, yeah.
Very disciplined for swimming.
And all sports, discipline is like, I think you said this when you was giving a little speech. Discipline is very key. So now, we moving on. Kevin Garnett, you gotta give us something for Kevin Garnett. Tell the people why Kevin Garnett deserves this Hall of Fame.
First of all, he's one of the players that came straight out of high school. One rookie of the year, defensive player of the year. He's one of the outside of Carmen on Charles Barkley, one of the best power forwards to change the game. He became AD before AD was AD because he was a very face up. He could face you up. He could block you down. Very tough, very skilled. Like he was just a game changer. And for me, transition from the Timberwolves to the Boston Celtics, their very first year, they all came together. He just made it known that, hey, this is what we're going to do and this is what we're going to accomplish. He was always that tough, that grit. His accolades, even though he has 1 championship, a lot of his accolades still guaranteed him the Hall of Fame.
Definitely. I think you missed out. He's MVP as well.
And then was. He was
Yeah,
MVP.
he was MVP
He's
as
an
well.
MVP. But you know, you still owe me a question, Snuff.
What's that?
Remember I asked you, in high school, Kevin Garnett had a teammate who was better than him.
I told you I never knew. I didn't find that information. Give us an answer today.
All right, it's Ronnie Fields. Y'all go look up Ronnie
I
Fields.
do know the name, though.
It's
I do know
like
the name.
they had him to be one of the next top athletes, jumping up the building. He had a good game, but bad decisions cost him going to college. Cost like doing
Lack of discipline.
right. There you go. So yeah, if you do it, look up Ronnie Fields, and you could see
All right. Before I speak on my pick, I was talking about all the persons who go about to go in the Hall of Fame. I want to shout out Alex in the comment section. Germany, what's up? We appreciate you guys tuning in all the way from Germany.
Hey, they back.
You've been here from the beginning. You've been
Germany,
here from the
baby.
beginning, and we appreciate you from boxing time, from football time. Now I mean the basketball. We appreciate you, Alex. So keep it up, keep it up. Now, guys, those two guys was cool. Tim Duncan and Kevin Garnett.
Great.
But it was cool though.
They're great.
It was cool though. What we're gonna talk about right now is Kobe V. Bryant.
I shouldn't have gambled.
Kobe the Bean Bryant.
I shouldn't have gambled. I was trying to be nice and get. I shouldn't have get like dog. Anyway, everything cool. Do what you doing, bro.
Kobe Bryant
You wanna
has
show the
such
shirt?
Kobe Bryant has such an illustrious career. Starting off with the Lakers, they made that big trade. They say, we don't need no bloody diva. Get that young boy. Let's get that young boy out of high school. They go to Kobe Bryant, which was a great decision. Shout out Jeannie Buss. Shout out the Buss family.
Where they trade him from? What team
Charlotte.
drafted? Sacramento.
You
Come
didn't even
on.
know. I know it's good. Come on, sorry.
It's not Sacramento. It's Charlotte.
I don't care. It doesn't even matter. Doesn't matter. Kobe Bryant. Anyway, they trying to spoil us with Kobe Bryant.
Sacramento. Finish, bro.
They're
Finish.
trying to spoil some
Finish your Hall of Fame speech.
Anyway,
Inductee.
let me do it good. So Kobe Bryant from that time spent his time working hard. He was on the Eddie Jones at the beginning, but he proved himself. He did so much work that they said, hey, we got to start this young fella. Eddie Jones got hurt. They put him in starting lineup. He never left. They brought in Shaq. Him and Shaq went on a big run. They was amazing. They won 3 straight championships. Even in the 4th year, they went to the finals. It didn't work out that well. Showed Detroit Pistons. But Kobe Bryant's putting in that work. Kobe and Shaq started feuding. Everybody followed Shaq to Miami. Everybody was like, it's Kobe fault. Everybody followed Shaq to Miami. I didn't. I stayed with Kobe. I stayed with Kobe, and we watched Shaq.
Bro.
Let me do this, bro. Let me do this, bro. I stayed with Kobe. We watched Shaq get his championship. Shout out to Wayne Wade. Shout out Shaq. They did a good thing.
Where it was?
But Kobe in Miami, in 305. But I knew Kobe had more in store, and he proved it to everybody. He started going on a different level. Kobe went on a 3-4 year span where he was just the best player in the world, best player almost all time. Argue Jordan, Kobe, we could argue it, maybe LeBron, but like Kobe went on a span that was amazing. He had those 50s, those 60s. He had that big 81-point game. He had the big 2 championships. He beat the Magic. He beat the Celtics. And it was just amazing to watch. And even after he started to tally off, he ended his career with a 60-point game. It was just fun and exciting for me to watch. I just feel like we could talk about how people change the game. Kobe changed how you watch the game just in our generation. Our generation was like, we first started hating him, then became like, oh my God, he could never miss. Then it was like, you know what, we have to love him. And it turned in, we have to love him. And so we got to shout out Kobe for all those things he did for us. He made my childhood, my teenagehood, even my adulthood amazing. And when he got that Grammy, even that Grammy inspired me to say, yo, let me take this podcast and this videography and all these different things. Let me take this stuff more, graphic design. Let me take this stuff more seriously. So shout out Kobe for inspiring me on all levels of life. And shout out Kobe for inspiring the world. And I think that he definitely deserves this Hall of Fame. Well, come on here, round of applause. Come on, guys. That's a big speech. Anything y'all want to say about Kobe before we move on to our next topic?
You come like this, the biggest Kobe fan, bro.
I am.
What high school? When did the number jersey you in high school?
Lower Mary, and you went
What
number
number?
13.
Number 33, bro.
33,
Come on, bro.
I was halfway right. I was halfway right.
So what,
You know how to put you on the spot. You know how to do.
He switched from 8 to 94 because he had a wide with D'Antoni.
No, 8 times 2 is how much? See, I got him. I wanted to say 24.
So then y'all don't know the real story.
Well, tell us
The reason why he switched from 8 to 94,
Mhm.
he played the Phoenix Suns in his last series in the 8 jersey. He played the Phoenix Suns. D'Antoni, he didn't like D'Antoni and how he treated him during that series. The next year, he said, because he used to wear 8 because of D'Antoni.
I
He
just
said,
said, yeah, 'cause-
yeah, and he said after D'Antoni, he changed his number. Now, why he chose 24, I don't know. I know he made the decision to change it because he played D'Antoni in the playoffs. And he was like, yeah, I changed my number after that. Nah, don't run on with me.
294 is how much?
8.
You didn't even know that, bro.
Anyway, let's move on, guys. We didn't want to waste our time. It's 9 o'clock. You know, got curfew go, guys. So we got to
I
move
don't
on.
care about curfew, bro.
All right, so what we're going to do is, I'll run through this quick. Our
Let's go.
season awards. Our season awards. So what we're going to do is, I'm gonna call off the awards. I'm going to let y'all two answer. I give my take at the end. But we're going to run our quick season awards. All right, so we're going to start off with 6th man of the year. Carl, who you got for 6th man of the year?
Clarkson.
Who you got for 6th man of the year? Alright, so I think that ain't nothing we gonna run on with. Clarkson is putting in a whole lot of work. I think he's one of the reasons why Utah is number 1 in the Western Conference. And I'll say this as well. Clarkson's a former Laker. The Lakers let go these guys. I don't know why, but he's a former Laker, and you see what they
He
do.
played Kobe.
This one. It's a prison. He did. Yes, he did play. Did he?
Yeah, he played Kobe.
So this is gonna come up a few times inside this conversation. But Clarkson, so our pick on this That a Fact Basketball Show, 6 man, yeah, Clarkson. So moving on, who you guys most improved player? Who you got? There's a couple of options out here. So if you want to call the options out before you get the answer, that's cool.
I mean, I'll have to go with
Shout some names out just for the record. Shout some names out.
We had a lot of names, but a lot of them fall off because of injury.
Right.
Yeah.
And
injury
team injury.
But I'd say Julius Randle too because he made an impact on not just his team but the league.
Alright, I'm
Yeah.
glad you said that because now we got another former Laker that played with Kobe Bryant that in 2021 That a Fact Basketball Show chose to win an award. Alright, let's move on to Rookie of the Year. Let's go Rookie of the Year. Y'all know what my pick is. And just for the record, my pick was both picks that, 6th man of the year, I went with John Clarkson. Rookie, defensive, what else? Most improved player, I went with Julius Randle. So now let's get Rookie of the Year. Who you got for Rookie of the Year?
I'll go Ball too because like I said.
So now
impact.
remember the injury? He spent a lot of time.
Yeah, but
you still got it.
Yeah, before the injury, he made an impact. He came back and still made a major impact on the team because they was like, yeah, it wasn't really balanced.
Exactly.
But
You're right. You're
yeah,
right.
so
He right. So we got LaMelo Ball. Who you got?
It wasn't balanced, but Anthony Edwards has been on
I
a tear.
like that too.
he's been there,
Since-
yeah.
Like he's been on a tear since he came off the bench.
Mm.
It's just that the Melo's just he has.
But Anthony Edwards ending the year so good.
He's
So I'm
very
glad
good
you're
light.
saying that.
I have to go with
So
Edwards.
honestly, y'all know me. I've been saying this for like 10 weeks straight. I got Anthony Edwards. I think LaMelo Ball just missed too much time for me. I think Anthony Edwards has changed how
He shined.
Minnesota playing.
Yes.
Minnesota's gotten better in the last 3-4 weeks.
Yeah, but
And he's up this
He's
play.
one of the reasons why.
I would have say Edwards if Ball wasn't playing no more.
Mm.
If it was really a season injury,
But Ball just come back for like 6 more games.
yeah, but look what they did in the 6th game. Like he made them
Alright.
made them better.
Okay.
He made them better. So if he didn't come back, I was giving it to Edwards.
All right, so we got split on this That a Fact Basketball Talk, but y'all know I like LaMelo Ball, so whatever happens, we good with that. All right, so let's move on to Coach of the Year.
No way.
What y'all got for Coach of the Year?
Yeah, man, like it's so crazy. This is the first time I feel like you will be trying to really decide who a Coach of the Year is. Because you go with Monty from Phoenix.
Mm.
You can go with Jazz coach. You can go with Knicks coach Tips. Like you could go with Doc Rivers from Philly because they up there.
You mean Snyder from Jazz.
Snyder from
yeah.
Jazz, right? So like you get like to me that's the top 4. I wouldn't say Steve Nash because of the team he has and most.
I know, you know why you gotta say it, because they play with injuries the whole time.
Yeah, but you still have.
and they had to manage all that shit, so that's unfair to not put him in the list.
I
But go ahead, go.
yeah.
I want to know your pick though.
Damn.
I want to know your top two. So now we gotta give a first and second because a lot of people are valuable for this.
Yeah.
I want to know your first and second, your first and second.
I'll go with
Second first.
second. Second, I'll go with Monty from Phoenix.
So Monty Williams from the Phoenix Suns.
Right.
Shout Spooty. Every time we say Suns, we gotta shout Spooty out.
And then first I'll probably go with Snyder because nobody was expecting.
I don't want to say his first name, but like Coach Snyder from the Utah Jazz. So number one in the Western Conference, and they look like they're gonna finish number one.
And the whole season, the whole league.
The whole league,
Yeah.
number one in the whole league. And they had to deal with injuries too. So not just like they had not to deal with injuries, they deal with it too. So shout them out.
All right.
Who
So
you got?
my second,
Number second, two first.
Monty.
Monty Williams from the Phoenix Suns as well. Let's
And
go.
then my first, Tom Thibodeau.
Tom Thibodeau from the New York Knicks.
Because
They
Knicks-
fought in the Eastern Conference.
Knicks has made a hell of a
Randall has
turnaround.
made a great. We just talked about Randall as most improved player.
He
So
was still one another defender for 6 months, and they just been on the tail.
I like that. I like that. I like that. I love that. Moving on, I want to put mine out there. For me, it is. This man is kind of shaky. What's the new Hawks coach name?
Oh, you know, but
Nate McMillan.
right.
I'm mad to say this because he just came in recently, so I think it's unfair that he can't win the rookie coach of the year because he came in recently. But since he came in, they went on a whole different run. So I just want to put him in my honorable mention. But I do agree with Trevor over here. I gotta go with Tom Thibodeau. He made New York 100% relevant for the past 6 weeks. New York has been a relevant basketball team. I as a media person, I can see that the media's been different because New York is a relevant basketball team. So I give a tip for that.
You know what's crazy? You say so. Just say if D Rose win now, 6 man of the year, he'd be MVP and 6 man of the year. Who else did that now?
Listen,
5, 4, 3,
Elgin Baylor.
2. No.
Who?
Come on, bro. Who you got? 5, 4.
Who you got? Who is?
James Harden.
Yes.
I was thinking some old school with it. I old school with it.
back to the
Yeah, I started going old school. Like, who was a great player who went up on the side? You wouldn't know it. You wouldn't know it. All right, so defensive player of the year. We start with you. Defensive player of the year. Just need you one thing.
That's very tough.
I tell you what
I go with Ben Simmons.
We was talking about earlier in the season. What you think?
Yeah,
That's very tough.
either one of the two.
Now, who you think? I want to know your pick.
Oh man.
Okay, be on cam. This our last season. This our last episode. Let us know who you think.
I think. Oh man. I think they may give it to Ben because he played more. He still was out a lot too.
Yeah.
He still was out a lot, bro. They might get the Rudy
So you
again.
you
bro.
played it on games like
Yeah,
games
they
played.
still try to say how much game. I think they may get the Rudy again. Bro, but-
I got Ben Simmons.
yeah, I want Ben to win, but because Rudy being healthy, I feel him again, Rudy, bro, and that's crazy.
I don't think that's fair, but I feel like I got Ben Simmons too. So me and you online again.
Yeah, you know, Ben, though,
It's not me and you thinking the same.
I bring you up on Ben, bro.
Nah, but I was the one who was saying Ben was a defensive player though.
But remember you.
Remember, I was saying Tobias Harris is better than him, but I said that he adds the defensive aspect of it.
I told you about Ben defense. When you went and do your research, we came back and you was like,
Yes, and now I remember.
right.
I still so not to let him win. Who was a better defensive player on the Phoenix on the 76ers? Ben Simmons or Joel Embiid? Who was a better defensive player?
Ben Simmons.
And shout out.
I think Joel Embiid is a better defensive
Because-
player.
Not necessarily.
That's why I say all the
Ben
fans.
Ben Simmons can do Joel Embiid's job as well. That man is 6'10". It's not like he's a 6'5". He's a 6'10" point guard.
We're working hard. All right, that's fine. All right, let's go. So we're not gonna do NBA sportsmanship because we don't know the insides of all that stuff. We're not gonna do the Jay Walker Kennedy Award because we don't know the insides of that. So before we get into the MVP, we can't do Executive of the Year award because we can't base our situations on what we have seen that teams have done in terms of trade, off season, bringing in people off the bio. Who do you feel is the best executive team throughout the year? Not a person, but their executive team. Give me a team.
Denver Nuggets.
Why you say that? Like, I mean, why?
Even though they lost a few pieces, they still kept a few essential pieces. And a lot of key players have been stepping up. Michael Porter Jr., who was still shining, and then they got Aaron Gordon, which just adds on to their key piece. Even though they lost Jamal Murray, they were going to be on a very hot tail.
I think with Jamal Murray, they might have been a finals contender.
And the thing about that, I never thought about that, right? But you made a good
He
point.
make a great point.
And they draft good players, bro. So it's like Michael
And
Porter.
they develop them.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
even like the fact that you were able to trade players to get Aaron
all of them
Gordon.
need these.
I mean,
they still balling. Like,
Frankie, you
they
give up
trade Gary Harris. I love Gary
I
Harris.
love, yeah, but he was injured,
So-
so it's like,
But I loved him. So I
Yeah,
was
but
like,
Will,
yo,
Will Barton was hurt, but he came back.
you developed them good enough. Yeah. So
Yeah, that's
you got
great.
Denver. That's a good pick.
I
Exactly.
never thought about that.
So show the executive GM for Denver on that executive team. Who you got?
All right,
What you was thinking about?
I'll go with Phoenix exec
Mm.
because you made a trade for. No, it wasn't a trade, but you made you got yourself. I think you did a trade for Chris Paul.
Yeah, which would be
Yeah. So you made a trade to get Chris Paul, right? Then you snatch Crowder from the Miami Heat,
Right.
bro.
That's a good
Right?
pickup.
That's a good pickup, right? So it's like,
That's a good playoff pickup.
but them two, it ain't like, to me, I wouldn't say the Nets because Kyrie and they know where they is going.
I'm glad you mentioned the Nets.
But
they know
Nah,
that's going
nah,
to
nah,
they were going. They
No,
had to
but
make
you
it
you still got to give the team for making it a great situation for
No.
them to choose to.
No,
But that wasn't this year. That was last year. So we
Yeah.
can't put them in that.
no,
That
I'm
was last
saying,
year.
and you know where it's going.
So
So,
you only think about Harden for this year.
Harden,
So like the Nets only got Harden this year.
But-
and they made the trade. Yeah.
but he said he wanted, that's his main place.
Yeah.
So then, like, he said, trade me anywhere.
Yeah.
And the Nets say, I'll give you this stuff, blah, blah,
Right,
blah.
right, right.
Yeah, he said, I want to go to the Nets.
So you won't give the Nets points for that.
No. That's what he said. You want to go to McDonald's.
If
You know where you want to go.
Yeah, so that makes sense. That makes sense.
So, but yeah, I will go with Phoenix because they made a good pickup and a good.
You said Phoenix as well?
He said Denver.
Denver, Phoenix. All right, so for me, who I want to go with? It's an interesting situation. I had something in mind, but you said some things. But I want to go with the Hawks. I think the Hawks made a bunch of decisions from off season throughout the year to the end of the year where they brought in Gallinari. They instead of trading Collins, they kept him. You brought in Capella, and Capella's leading the league in rebounding. You got Lou Williams on a trade during the season.
You pick up Rondo first.
You got
Rondo, even though you
And
traded
you went with your coach. You said, "Hey, the coach ain't working. We bring a new coach." So to me, it's like in terms of the executive team,
And
who said we gonna make something happen? Bogdanovich, they got him over the offseason.
from
So
Sacramento.
so to me, so Gallinari, Bogdanovich, the coach, Lou Williams, Rondo, like they made so much moves to say, hey, no matter what happens, we're going to be in the thick of the playoffs and we're going to make some noise. I do believe they're still going to play the Knicks and lose, but they made a lot of noise. I got to give that executive team to say, hey, we turn our franchise around.
Good
So
pick,
that's
too.
my pick.
Good pick.
So I love everybody's pick. I love your, say again, Denver Nuggets pick. I love your Suns pick, Charles Sprudy. But I think the Hawks put in a lot of work.
Yeah, they
But I
did.
think like with like you said, Coach here, same thing with this. A lot of executives put in a lot of work this year because the
To make
NBA
moves.
feels so open up to anybody to win. So, guys, we go into the big question. Who is the MVP of the 2020-2021 season? 72 games.
Can we do honorable
2 to
mention?
3 more games, definitely. I want
So,
2 honorable mentions.
So,
I need your 2 honorable mentions and
And
then
your
your
pick.
number 1 pick.
damn.
I need that. So I let y'all start everything first. I'm gonna start this one off first. So my second honorable mention, my second runner-up, the MVP of the whole season. I got Chris Paul. I got Chris Paul because of what he did. He turned that whole team around. I don't think he had the greatest season as he had last year with OKC Thunder, but the contributions he made to what Devin Booker and Ayton and Mikal Bridges and everybody else around that squad, I think, as well as the coach, Monty Williams, I think Chris Paul impacted all of that, so I got him as third. My number 2, I want him to be number 1, but I got to put him as number 2 just because the games missed. I got Joel Embiid as my number 2. Obviously, they would not be number 1 without Joel Embiid. But in games missed, as well as I do got to give value to Tobias Harris as well as Ben Simmons. They hold the fort together, as well as some of their role players. So I will say I got Joel Embiid as number 2. But Jokic, I got Jokic as my number 1. Why? They started off bad, and he was still holding it down. Even when Jamal Murray was having great games, Jokic was having great games. And Jokic kept that team in the top 4 seeds the whole season. And now we at the end of the season, and he was been the most consistent. He had to deal with no injuries. I gotta give Jokic that number 1 just based on health and production. So I got Jokic as my number 1.
All right, I hate to sound like a copycat, but I gotta go with the exact same 3 picks. Because why? If it wasn't for Chris Paul, the Phoenix Suns would not be where they are today. Chris Paul changed the dynamics of Phoenix Suns. 2, Joel Embiid. If it wasn't for the significant ankle injury, we would have been top. Number 1, question without no doubt. But key thing is he missed too much games. Jokic stood out. He stood out this year. Had as much double-doubles as Joel Embiid had games. Maybe more. But Jokic stood out to me.
And even with the injury to Jamal Murray, we watched Jokic step
He
his
stepped
game
his
up.
game up.
And it was exciting
I
to watch.
always
yeah.
loved this game because he's a passing big man. And
And he was gritty in the paint too.
that 1 foot shot.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. But we're gonna push the card now. So I think on this That a Fact Basketball Talk and our guest Trevor Stewart, I think we are all on agreement until we move on to our next guest, our co-host. Sorry, my apologies. Hey, don't shoot me. Our co-host, Coach. Coach, what's your thoughts on this?
This is a puck of this. What Stephen A. said.
I say like you was looking
Yo.
for. He was looking for a new word just now.
Bro. All right.
This gonna be repost. This gonna be the conversation.
Bro. Number 3 is the Joker. All
We
right.
gonna let him talk. We gonna let him talk with it. Wow.
All right.
You gotta say why.
Okay, let me start it off. MVP, most valuable player, all right, to your team. All right? So that means, hey, Murray gone out, you still was playing. So that means if you'd have gone out, Murray still would have been, I think they would still have been, same thing. Bing in the bang, bang the bing. Right? It's number 3 to me. Okay. Number 2, Randolph. Julius Randle from the Knicks.
Give him a high five. He was
Nah, bro, you didn't
Nah,
pick the
nah,
dude,
nah.
bro.
He was my fourth,
I know
though.
what?
He said tree, though. He was my fourth.
Anyway, Randolph. You take Randolph off the
This nigga leave me hanging.
you take Randolph off the Knicks. Where would the Knicks be, bro?
Bottom seed of the East, of the league. Bottom seed of the league.
Okay, you keep Murray and take Joko. They probably be playing in the playoff. Play in.
No, sir.
They be playing the play in.
They be playing the player.
They be playing the play
With
in.
Murray, without Joker.
Without Joker. They be playing
They
the
be playing the
player.
play in, bro. The Knicks wouldn't even be there. This is fuck this, yo. Listen to me now. Listen to me.
Nah, you're on your turn. I lied. Let me not interrupt you. Go ahead.
Now, my first.
You didn't say a second yet.
I said my second was Julius Randle.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Now, my first is Chris Paul. Now, if you look at it, if Chris Paul was not on the Phoenix Suns,
They finished 6 or 7.
they would not be in second.
They would have finished 6 or 7.
I don't even think they'd be in the playoffs.
They wouldn't have been the
They was ninth last
But-
year,
And
they've
the
gotten better.
play.
And they've gotten better.
Because of who?
They've gotten better because
of who?
Development.
So
No,
stop
it's
it.
not
So
development.
Mikal Bridges, Aiden and Booker got better. Stop it.
No, because of
Stop
IQ.
it.
Chris Paul.
So you think they'd have been better than that?
Yeah, I think they would have been. I
You
think
should have
they,
been what at Golden State?
I said they would have been better than they would. If Chris Paul was not on their team, they would have finished in the 5th or 6th position.
Let me ask you a question. All the playing teams. You think they better than Golden State?
Yes. Yes.
They better. Okay, Lakers. Because
They might have been, yeah.
So it's South Grizzlies. South Grizzlies.
You think they better than Grizzlies?
Yes.
Without a Chris Paul.
Without Chris Paul, yes.
Ooh.
If they had kept Ricky Rubio.
No.
Keep going. Grizzlies, yes.
You think they better than Portland?
Yes.
You think they better? You think they
Yeah,
better than
but-
Portland?
Yes. So how do y'all rank Devin Booker, bro? How do y'all rank Devin
This is
Booker,
the
bro?
course.
How do y'all rank Devin Booker, bro?
He's a pure scorer.
But
Is
team.
Devin Booker-
You talking about a team, bro?
He's a pure scorer. That's it. He's
But
a pure scorer.
I love your judgment. I love your
I
judgment.
like Devin Booker, Mikal Bridges, DeAndre Ayton as a trio. That trio would have made the 6th seed. That trio would have made and then you would have had Ricky Rubio. That's why I wish Spooty.
Yo,
I tell you coming
Ricky
tonight.
Rubio,
Spooty gonna tell you all
as
this.
good as Ricky Rubio is, Chris Paul is way down.
Now Chris Paul got them in the 2nd or 1st seed. That's different. But I think they would have been a 6th or 7th seed because they was 9th seed last year.
I don't.
There was one game out the playoffs.
I think
last
they're
year.
2 games behind the first seed.
I'm
One-
agreeing now.
No, they're 2 or 1.5.
Because
They're close.
they've actually beaten Jazz twice.
Okay,
Right, I agree. They have the season series.
they are 2 games behind the Jazz.
So, like,
Okay.
they can finish 2nd. Cool. Chris Paul is the reason they finished 2nd.
Okay.
Without Chris Paul, they still would have made the playoffs. To me.
Okay, you said it being 6. You think they're being better than Dallas. Dallas is 6 right now.
Yes, I think so.
Okay, so if they done Chris Paul, Dallas would move up to the 5th, right? And I think the Lakers would have still been in the 6th.
Yeah.
Right? Golden State
They would have been better than Golden State and Grizzlies.
and San Antonio.
And San Antonio, yes.
I think they've been
I
in
guess
the
San-
Y'all remember
I
they
guess
was
San
9th.
Antonio.
They was 9th last year, and they finished on an 8-0 record in the bubble.
They'd have been in the
Are
playoffs.
y'all remember that?
We remember
But see,
the bubble.
that's why you gotta give Chris Paul respect,
And
bro.
he put them to 2nd, and so I got you on that.
And first, and that's
All
why
7 seats.
And that's why I think he's MVP, bro. Like, MVP this season should go to Chris Paul. Like, you have done, throughout your career, you've been in the playoffs, you keep your team in the playoffs. Injury has cost you 1 year. I feel with Houston, y'all might have made some noise.
I agree,
But
I
the hamstring injury cost y'all. But to me, this may not be his best season stats.
Yes, the
Stat-wise, but his performance and
leadership.
leadership and growth within that team, yo, give Chris
So
Paul
you
MVP,
think he
bro.
do more for the Phoenix Suns this year than he did for OKC last year?
OKC,
OKC last year, he should have got MVP last year. in my
OKC, but they were still like
They were
6
they were
and
six. Yeah.
6
They
and
were
6.
six.
Yeah, that's
They
what
were
I
six.
said.
Six fighting for.
He gave them
They
a
were
fight.
6 fighting for 5th with no second best player.
Okay, but now
Now the Phoenix Suns 2nd with a second best player who was top 15 in the league.
Who did they take to Game 7 last year?
but then
The Rockets, Harden and Westbrook.
but if you look at it right,
They was better and like you said, he did better last year. Like, go ahead, tell me.
yeah, and how much teams play better with a superstar? A lot of teams.
No, but you saying like, remember how you always
But-
said me like Westbrook without a superstar so good?
That's how you
I
say
think
it.
Chris Paul better without a superstar.
So
So like, you gotta give that shit. Like, that's like, come on, you gotta get that. Like, Chris Paul better without a superstar.
but he got them in the 2nd. They was in 1st.
He-
for
And this is why I say
Hard minute.
we gotta remember who is the best player on this team. On the Suns.
Devin Booker.
Wait, Devin Booker is a top 10 player in the league.
I wouldn't give him top 10.
I wouldn't even top 10.
I would not give him top 10.
Not right now.
I would not give him top 10,
Not
bro.
right now. Not right now.
Name 9 players better than Devin Booker. I gonna walk over.
No,
you.
I want you to
I
sit
just
down.
say no.
Don't
I
walk
just
off.
down.
No, don't walk off.
Come.
Name 9 players.
When you come back then.
No, talk. Don't talk. Come on, talk.
But you got LeBron. If you want, you got LeBron,
Kawhi,
AD, Kawhi,
Ben Simmons,
Oh,
Joel Embiid,
pause. Ben Simmons, Devin Booker.
hell yeah! Come
Joel-
on,
Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid. You got Giannis. You got Portland. Paul George.
Damian Lillard.
Damian
Paul
Lillard.
George.
Yes.
I give you all. So I argue with Paul George and I argue with
With
who y'all say?
who?
Ben Simmons. Paul George and Ben Simmons. I'm not agreeing with those two.
Oh, you're not reading with oh,
Why not?
God.
Anyway. Let's move on. MVP. Your MVP is Chris
Chris
Paul.
Paul.
Your MVP is
Joker.
and my MVP is Joker. Show Julius Randle. Show Joel Embiid. Show LeBron despite the injury. And shout out Julius. I say Julius. That's
Ben
everybody.
Simmons.
That's everybody. Anyway, that's all we got for season awards. All right, so what time is 9:27? We don't have a lot of time, so what I'm gonna move into is 2 more questions. Who do you feel as a play-in team? And I talk about people who are in 5th, 6th, whatever, who have the option to play in. Who do you think has the most opportunity to make noise in the playoffs? A play-in team candidate. Not the top 3 or 4 seed. The
Memphis.
play-in team. Memphis has the most opportunity
On
in
the
their
western side, yeah.
on the west side to
I'm
make
trying to
noise.
recall who's on the
Why are you
east
saying that? Talk to us real
On
quick.
the eastern side, we have
Oh,
I gotta
he
keep
say
it-
Memphis. I don't hear what he have to say now. He didn't say it. He didn't say it. I gotta hear it now.
Memphis, they're a young team, but they still have a lot of credit fight in them. That's why I think they could give. What they're fighting for, the eighth seed, so they're going to be playing the Jazz. So that's
8, 9. Yeah.
Yeah. They could say in the night right now.
right there in the night.
So
they'll
like,
be playing
if they
for like
win, they can make the 8th
eight
seed.
seed, so they'll be playing the Jazz.
No. For playing, they play the Lakers to get to the Jazz first.
What position they in right now?
They're in 9. If
Yeah,
they get the 8th seed.
No, they gotta play Spurs first.
It's
No,
7
he
and
said
8.
if they get an 8th seed. If they get an 8th seed, they have to play the thing up. They have to play the
No,
Lakers.
he ain't talking playing. He talking about if they make
Oh,
it.
I don't think they're going to make it. They
No, man. See,
No.
that's not the question.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
question
so-
is, if you make the playoffs, which team have the most hope?
Okay, on.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah,
They gonna play the Jazz.
they match up with the Jazz well. That's why I see like they might have the best hope. But who's on the East?
Okay, the East, we have number 7, Boston. Number 8, Charlotte. Number 9, Indiana. Number 10,
It's
Washington.
probably gonna be them 4.
Both
I like
ways.
Charlotte. They've been making noise.
I love Charlotte too.
They've been making a lot of noise.
So you think
That's a
Charlotte
long
can win the
race.
first? So then when I ask this question, I want to
think they win the
who
first
of the
round.
possibility to win the first round series? Who was the best possibility?
Well, I can't see. I
Jalen
still say Boston.
Jalen Brown
You mean
injured.
for the play-in or for the playoff?
I ain't talking about the play-in. I talking about after the play-in. Which team have the best possibility to win a first round
So I'm
series?
asking you, bro. So
Yeah.
you know how to...
Boston.
Boston, Jalen Brown injured. He ain't
Boston.
playing no more for the
You
season.
still have Kemba Walker. You still have Jason Tatum.
Okay.
See,
You still
that's
have-
why
you still have
I-
Marcus Smart. They
Pick
have to
Charlotte.
step up.
So Charlotte to play Boston. That's why I asked you now. If
So
they
that-
go there and the play-in. That's why I asked you to play-in.
See,
or-
I don't want to talk
They
about
they won't be Boston.
we
Wouldn't it be Boston?
can't bet on the play-in. I talking
Okay.
about when
See.
you get to a series.
Ooh. I don't think they can beat Boston.
What are the
In
Jalen
a, in
What
a
about
one
Jalen
game
Yeah,
or a
yeah,
series.
yeah.
Anyway,
I think Boston might stand a chance.
so you said Boston got the best chance inside the
Damn.
playoffs, the actual
Yeah.
playoffs.
Yeah.
Which play-in team will have the best chance in the actual playoffs? I mean, it's you picking them to make it to the playoffs, and then which team you think has the best chance?
I'll go Washington. If they get Beal and Westbrook keep playing like how they playing, they can make that 8 seed, and they'll have to play the
Sixers probably,
76ers
and they have a probable chance.
in a 7-game series. I highly doubt it, but I give them a little.
They can win a couple of games,
Right.
make it close.
Right, they'll make it. They give a good pick.
All right. So who I got actually the Lakers. I think if the Lakers were to end up playing, I think if the Lakers play the Suns, they lose. Honestly, in my opinion. But if they played the Jazz, the Lakers would have a chance of beating the
I
Jazz
don't
in
see
their
the
first
Andre
round series.
Golden. Maybe.
But I see Chris Paul controlling the game enough that Devin Booker wins the games enough for them.
I think Reggie Jackson would be more.
I forget about him too.
But see, that's okay. This is what I want to ask you.
Go ahead.
We was talking earlier. Now you saying the Lakers. Say the Lakers meet Golden State. Do you want to play a Golden State
I don't think I still think
in a one game?
and now we picking who's the best player, LeBron or Steph?
I
LeBron. I'm saying in a one game
Here's my
series,
thing with
LeBron's
Golden
best
State.
is better
Here's
than
my thing
Steph
with Golden
best.
State and Lakers. They have to let everybody else beat them.
My thing is right.
Let everybody. Steph is gonna go off regardless. Or Reggie Jackson. We know this.
Yeah. But Reggie Jackson also show up.
Yeah.
No Reggie.
But let
me a
let
shooter.
all-
Give me a shooter.
Yo,
Shooter or shooter.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But let the other players step up. If the other players don't step up, that wasn't wrong.
I mean, Anthony Davis really.
No, you're talking about on Golden State.
Oh, go and that's it. Is.
Let
Steph can't do it all.
No, but see, Golden State is that team. You don't want to mess around with. Let's be honest.
It's
you don't want to keep the
LeBron.
game. You don't want to keep the game with
And
the
it's
clock.
like, I understand what you're saying, but like we put LeBron's in this conversation
I
as well.
understand.
Is
Yeah.
LeBron that team you want to mess with?
But, hey, like if LeBron was healthy, I'd be like, but LeBron's we don't know how healthy LeBron is, bro.
You going LeBron health now?
No, that's just
Not
being
LeBron.
real. And Golden State, that team you want to mess around with, no one game. Like Steph will go mad and run on a 56 place. He can go 56 plays and you already and you know what LeBron can say? This is why we should have fired him.
See, my problem is LeBron's never showed me that where he let someone do that to him. He's never showed me that. So
Hey.
I can't expect this year to be the year. Oh crap! Someone killed LeBron first round. I
And
can't
yeah,
expect
LeBron
that.
made LG.
Right, so I can't expect that.
This year he's not.
The last 2 years.
The only time he made LG, they didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah, you're right.
That's last year.
You're right. Anyway,
But it'll be
Go.
fun.
let's keep it going. Let's keep it going.
Possible gods, give it to me.
Let's keep it going. We start with you first. I need to know your last final predictions. Who are the two teams in the finals? Who wins the finals?
Did we start off with that?
No, we ended with this.
I still sticking with the Clippers. 76ers.
Clippers versus 76. And let's keep it all loud. Clippers versus 76ers in the finals, according to Trevor Stewart. Who wins that? Who wins
I
that?
want to say the Nets. but
Trevor
the Nets-
Stewart.
Trevor Stewart.
Trevor Stewart.
Who wins that?
6'3".
Who wins that?
Oliver challenge. I give it to the Clippers.
So Clippers win the NBA 2021 championship.
Because
in your mind.
it's very unpredictable with the Nets right now.
Let's
You know,
write this
James
down.
Harden-
Let's write.
James
Anybody in
Harden
the
is out.
comment section,
James
write
Harden
this
is
down.
out.
Write this
James
down.
Harden is out, and then I don't know what Kyrie's health and
He's
KD's.
supposed to come back tonight, eh?
KD's still calf.
Harden in the night.
KD's calf strain. So anything is predictable.
Don't try to qualify yourself. Your
I'm
pick
just saying.
is.
I've already given
Your
my pick.
pick is the Clippers win championship. Kyle, who you got? Finals and then your pick.
Alright, finals in the East. Man. If Milwaukee get past the Heat in the first round,
What is this?
that's what it is, bro.
That's playoff
Just,
place.
like, you gotta say it's gonna happen.
Everything is definitely.
Shout out Ezzy. What's going on, Ezzy?
So if Milwaukee beat the Heat in the first round, I feel that this is the year to make the championship. And give Milwaukee in 76ers, but I'd give the answer to Milwaukee.
So you're gonna tell me if the Heat beat? You think the Heat can beat Milwaukee?
Oh yeah, by far, bro. 305 in my Yale, bro.
Anyway, go ahead.
So
go ahead.
in the West, I want to see how LeBron look. If LeBron healthy, you can't knock the Lakers with 80 Drummond. And Drummond is a big guy. He can give you the 20 rebounds a game. He just want rebounds. He ain't trying to score. So you get 80 Drummond, LeBron, KCP, Schroeder. Yeah, I don't see the Clippers beating them. I don't see no other team to say get them a first seed.
So Lakers from the 7th seed you got.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you finish.
Yeah, I feel the Lakers. I feel if a healthy LeBron, Lakers and Bucks.
I never got that.
Go the Bucks. The Bucks get beat. Lakers really deep, bro. If you look at their roster, if they play the nine bodies they playing, Ain't no team matchup with them but 9 bodies, bro.
This shit is fun.
And I don't like it's fun, but
Guys, I'm gonna let you finish.
go on, I don't like it's fun, but ain't no team matchup with them 9 bodies.
I don't know what this man talking about. Guys, I got the Nets coming out the East. They're gonna beat the 76ers in the Western Conference Finals. In the Eastern Conference Finals, and I got the Nets coming out. The Nets are gonna play the Clippers. The Clippers are gonna beat the Lakers, maybe in the first round. But if the Lakers end up in the 7th seed, they're gonna beat the Lakers in the second round. You're gonna have the Nets versus the Clippers in the finals. And Kyrie Irving, James Harden, and KD are going to show us what we thought all year, and that no team is able to match up with the offensive firepower that they have. So I don't believe that James Harden is as injured as we think he is. I think he just was sitting everything out to chill out. The same thing I think KD was doing throughout the season. We're going to have an amazing time. I'm mad that Jamal Murray got injured. I do think Jamal Murray would have made a difference.
Serious one.
But now that we are at this point now, I got the Clippers versus the Nets, and I got the Nets winning the championship. So I got the Nets, you got the Sixers, you got the Lakers.
Yeah,
So-
the Clippers.
Oh, I got you said Clippers. I got the Nets, you got the Clippers. So me and you got the senior finals, and then you got you got the Clippers versus Sixers. And then you got the Lakers versus the Sixers. No, Bucks. You got the Lakers versus the Bucks for the championship, and you got the Lakers winning. This is gonna be interesting. I ain't knocking your pick.
Well, you can't knock it,
No,
bro.
I'm not knocking your
That's
pick.
like me saying, hey, Nats don't play defense. How they gonna win the
Yeah.
championship?
I ain't knocking your pick. But that's like me saying where the Lakers' offense is. It can't just be LeBron. We'll have to see where it goes. 80, he had 42 points the other night. Is that going to be the offense? We talking,
Yeah,
man.
but I'm alive.
Talk for the people,
Yeah,
man.
but I'm
Talk.
alive.
See, I'm like, when MB started doing the faces, and I'm like, yo, tell the people what you think.
On talk is still coming. On talk is coming off.
And this is what I like. The second-year player is going to be the reason they
No,
win.
he's not. He's still going to
So-
add his little.
so you-
So no, that's what I said. I want to get
And then he's
past.
still a shooter.
Let's get past
Shooter.
LeBron, and I think Schroeder's the second best player. Let's get past LeBron, Schroeder, and
KCP has to keep consistency.
see, and this is the problem. He's scared to say. He don't want to call those names because he know that don't make no damn sense. KCP don't make no sense.
What did I say earlier?
Caruso don't make
You
no
have the
sense.
best 9-10 bodies coming off.
And that's
Didn't
I said I don't
Caruso,
believe that. I don't believe that.
Caruso and KCP
Harold coming
has
off
to
the
play.
bench.
Now call the Nuggets team and call the Suns team and call the Clippers team.
Off
They
the
are way,
bench.
all of them are better nines than your nine. Than the Lakers 9. Stop it,
The
bro.
Nuggets.
The Clippers 9 is DeMarcus Cousins on the bench on the Clippers 9. Come on, stop it, bro.
Just do this would do a drum.
Taylor Horton Tucker.
I
That's what
don't
we
even mention him.
This is how you always brag about Kuzma. We bragging about
I'm not
Kuzma.
bragging about Kuzma.
We
I'm
bragging
just
about
saying.
Caruso. Yeah, you got Harold. Harold, nice. Who else you got? And that's my problem.
Like if you
Go ahead, go. I see you trying to pull something up.
Yeah.
And we can end on this. But I see you trying to pull stuff up.
Yeah.
But I'm like, this nigga said the Lakers 9. Come on, the Lakers 9.
if you go with Brooklyn, let's go with Brooklyn. You go with Brooklyn, Lakers,
Pick a team.
and
Pick
Clippers.
one
You
team.
go with these three. The
Just
three
pick
nines.
one team. Just pick one
That's the
team.
three we talk about.
Pick one team.
That's the three we talk about. Let's do this. If we go with roster-wise, right? Top 9 for Brooklyn.
Don't use Brooklyn because it's unfair. They top 3 win every day. They top 3 always
No,
win.
you gotta look at 9.
Blake Griffin.
Look at the 9.
They top
Yeah,
4
yeah.
win every day.
So after they fall, after you go with the top 4, then you get probably Jeff Green or Joe Harris.
No, Joe Harris is their best player after they top 4.
So that's 5.
so
Then you
after
get
they 5.
Green. You get Jeff Green.
Mm-hmm.
You go Jeff Green. That's
Yeah,
6.
Jeff Green.
Okay. Then you
DeAndre
go
Jordan
7.
because he playing.
Yeah,
He's
I
star.
say 7.
And
Yeah.
then you got Brown. This nigga laugh.
we even say no and all.
Brown
But-
is a defense. Anyway, okay.
Shamet, Landry.
Shamet, definitely.
Okay, so
Okay,
that's
pretty good player.
8. That's 8.
Who else you got?
Okay. You say Brown, or you get
See,
I'm asking you,
give
Clarkson.
me a sec. My problem is, you just name all the team. When you start off with those first 3, and then you go off to Blake Griffin, that's your 4, then you go to Shamet, and then DeAndre, that's already a better team than any team you can name. That's my problem.
That is a problem.
You don't think that's a better team than any team you can name?
Okay, so now we're gonna go.
I want you to name your best team after that. And so there's no one else to argue with that. I need your best team after
I'm
that.
gonna give you the Lakers right now. Then
So-
we go with your.
Oh my god. No, I just need one team.
You want me to name? I just told you the Lakers, bro. Listen.
So that's it.
He's
We
going
don't, need,
Nuggets.
we don't need your team no more. He said the best team after. I think the Nuggets is the best team after that. He said
Let me
the
go to
Lakers.
Nuggets. I'm about to
He
Nuggets.
said the Lakers.
We already know the Lakers now.
But I don't think the Lakers have a 7 that good. He's trying to tell me they're that good.
Let's go with the Nuggets. Boy. Okay,
We call what? We got Jokic, number 1. Second best player, let's say Porter. And then third best player is Aaron Gordon.
Okay, so they got Jokic, Porter, Aaron Gordon. After that, who you going, Barton or Millsap?
Both of them better than who the Lakers' 4th player is. That's my problem.
That
That's
is
my
a
problem. Both of them are better than the Lakers' 4th player.
So you say Millsap or Barton is better than Lakers' 4th player?
You know what? I think we're forgetting that Andre Drummond is the 4th player, but Andre Drummond only giving you rebound. But let's give you Andre Drummond as the 4th best player, and he beat them too. Who's the 5th best player on the Lakers? Who is the 5th
Kuzma.
best player? Those 2 niggas are better than Kuzma.
So hold on, that's 3. So you going Willie?
Barton is better than Kuzma.
Okay, hold on, let's do this. Barton is better than Kuzma.
100%. And you're arguing that. And you're arguing that.
I ain't even arguing. I done.
You ain't that dumb. See, you ain't that basketball dumb. You ain't that basketball
What?
dumb. Say it out loud. Say it out loud. You trying to lie for the camera
I'm
now.
gonna get
He ain't
Lie
that
for the-
dumb.
Barton is not better than Kuzma, bro.
Alright, let's get the next name. Let's get the next name. Millsap better than Kuzma too then. Kuzma better than Millsap too then. So Kuzma better than Millsap too. We moving off Barton. Kuzma better than Millsap too.
Okay, so we go Mills. Okay, hold on. Barton is what they 4th best player.
No, he's not. I'm just saying he's better than Kuzma.
I'm trying to look at the lineup. He's trying to look at the
You want
lineup.
to finish calling off the Denver team yet? I just said those 2
Okay,
players
so
are better than Kuzma.
So we got the three starters.
we got them.
Right.
Out
So
loud.
now we going with Millsap or Barton. Who you?
Let's be sure. Is Kuzma the 4th best player on the Lakers?
I can pull it up though. They're like,
This is my problem. I'm asking.
how could you? I'm telling you, we can pull it up and we go. Like how we dissect
Can
it.
you let me talk? We already said, you just said we got the 3 best players on each team. Is Kuzma the 4th best player on the Lakers? Are you saying that?
So can we dissect like how we dissect every team?
Dissect it.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like we dissect it. We dissect.
So
You, I'm not
we're
gonna.
on the Nuggets now. I want to know who's the. We're on the Nuggets now. We already gone through the Lakers. Who is the 4th?
We didn't go to the Lakers. We went to the Nets.
That's the first. That's the first thing we did. You don't remember us getting all the way to Harold, Kuzma,
We didn't go-
Caruso.
we didn't break them down.
Didn't we call all those here?
We didn't break
So,
it down.
Did we call all those names? Let's go back to the Lakers then. Let's go to the Lakers.
Can
then.
we finish the
Let's
Bucks?
go to the.
So we done with them. We done with Nuggets. We done with Nuggets. That's all I'm gonna ask.
God, you lying now. You bullshitting the camera. We
Stop
started off.
doing that, bro.
we did-
So we done?
God,
We
let
done
me-
with the Nuggets?
So can I talk?
Yes
can
or
I
no?
talk? Can I talk? So are you gonna allow me to talk or not talk? Are you gonna allow me to talk or not talk? We started off with the Lakers and we said let's pick 2 teams to go against the Lakers. We had the Nuggets as an option and we had the Clippers as an option. We chose to go with the Nuggets as the option to go against the Lakers. We started off with the Lakers team. You went through all the Lakers players. Are you saying you don't want to do that no more? And see, this is what I mean with him.
Because we
It
didn't
on
go to
camera,
the
it on
Lakers.
camera, bro.
Right.
It on camera.
The
It
first
on
team we
camera.
went
It
to,
on
folks,
camera.
was the Nets. The first team we went to was the Nets. We dissect on the thing.
And then
After that, we went to the Nuggets. Now
So we
I'm asking,
never-
are we
so
done
we-
with the
so you
Nuggets
trying to say-
so we could go with the
So
Lakers?
can we bet money on this? We never went through the Lakers. Let's bet money.
We
That's
can
a
bet money
question.
because I never.
That's a question.
That's what I went to.
That's a question.
Let's bet money.
Did we ever go through the Lakers?
We did not go to the Lakers.
All right. So
we went to the Nets, and now we went.
Can we
got
bet a
Lakers
jersey on
on
that?
the
Can we bet a jersey
We
on
talk
Can
about
we
the
bet a
Lakers.
jersey
Let's
on
talk. Let's bet it.
Let's
bet it, bro.
hold on. If we making a bet, we gotta go a real bet. So we didn't go through the names of all the Lakers players. See, how you wanna make a bet and don't go through the real bet? Did we go through the names of all the Lakers players?
I said that it was like this. We never went to the computer like how we went through the Nets and the Nuggets. That's what I'm saying.
So
We did not break it
All right,
down.
so we could so can we move on? And that's cool. After we finish all this, can me and you go through the back video? If I prove to you
We
that
can
we
do
went
that.
through it,
We can do that.
can we bet our jersey on
We
that?
can do that. We
Bet.
can do
Now
that.
go through the Lakers players, and I just want to know the fourth best player on the Lakers, bro. That's all I ask you.
So
bro.
now I'm asking.
That's all I ask you,
So-
and you don't want to answer my question.
So we done with the
And a
Nuggets.
shooter.
We are not done with the Nuggets. I need to go through the Lakers first because you're the person saying the Lakers is the team to win. So we're comparing everybody to your team. I want to know who the fourth best player is on the Lakers. We're comparing everybody to your team.
You can look at the Lakers.
Who we picked to win? Who you picked to win? You picked the Clippers. Who I picked to win? I picked the Nets.
Yeah, the Nets. He picked the
We're
Nets.
comparing everybody against your team, bro. Who is the fourth best player? Let's go through your team. Since we never gone through them before, let's go through your team. LeBron obviously is the best player. AD is obviously the second best player. And Schroeder is the third best player. That's why I said that's what we said. I think we agreed on that before. Who is the fourth best player?
Again, Drummond.
So Drummond is the fourth best player.
Yes.
He's better than Kuzma.
Drummond.
Better. He's the
Drummond is better than Kuzma.
Dennis is better than Drummond and Tingham.
We said
And
Dennis
Kumas.
Schroeder's the third, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
Is Drummond better than Kuzma?
Yes.
yes, he is.
So now we're going off fourth best players on teams. That's what we're doing now. That's all I wanted to get to. We're going off fourth best players on teams.
Yeah, but you reminded us that Drummond was there. And then you started to talk of Will Barton. Is Will Barton better than Kyle
And
Kuzma?
I said,
Which they were the fifth.
We have a guess here to say.
I said Will Barton and Paul Millsap is
Better than Kuzma.
Yes,
And
as the
Kuzma is
fourth
the
best
fifth.
player.
Kuzma's not the fifth.
So Kuzma's the fifth.
Kuzma's the fifth.
Now, so the
Yeah.
argument is
That's iffy.
Will.
That's iffy because he's
And
inconsistent.
now we ask the question: who is the fourth best player on the Nuggets?
Actually,
So that's on you to choose.
Montreal Harrell is the fifth. You forgot about him. You forgot
He
about
was
him.
saying Kuzma, bro.
You forgot about
He
him.
was the one saying Kuzma.
You forgot about him.
Now, question is now, is Montrezl Harrell better than the same two people we talking about?
Montreal. Paul Millsap, yes. More high energy and everything. Now Will Barton. Will Barton is consistent. I'd go with Montrezl Harrell.
I'd class Will Barton with a Wesley Matthews. I will class them on the same level.
My class Will Barton higher, man.
And so, like, see, I can't take him seriously, dog. I can't take him seriously.
What was we watching?
This nigga just tell me
Will
Kuzma.
Barton?
This nigga just tell me Kuzma better than a bunch of niggas that Kuzma is clearly not better than, bro.
Kuzma is better than
This
Will
nigga-
Barton.
Okay.
Like, you
I don't know what to run on with that. I don't know what to say.
Don't run on with it, then.
But two people don't agree with you, and you still running on with it. So I don't know what to say. to you.
Why? So, because you all two agree, I
No,
should
that's
agree?
fine. That's fine. But you ain't winning the argument clearly. So what stats or what argument are you putting forward to say that he's better? What argument are you putting forward?
I would put Kuzma in the game before I put Will Barton in the game.
Why? You not giving me the
Because
argument
Kuzma
for
could
it.
give you a better start straight across the board than Will Barton.
Pull up their stats.
I love this type of stuff.
Now, when you pull up their stats, make sure pull up their minutes, pull up their games, pull up all their stats.
I'm gonna do a player comparison.
To those who?
On ESPN.
Oh, you mean like the site?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, with stats. Now, God, it's getting late. It's getting late. Pull that up quick. Kuzma versus Will Barton.
Moving at 12.9. 12.7.
Will Barton is 12.7 points a game.
Now, give me the minutes.
Kuzma is 12.9 points a game.
Give me the minutes.
Rebounds, like they don't have to, I have to put the minutes. I'll put
Will
the
Barton
minutes.
has 4.4 rebounds.
Yeah,
Kuzma has
yeah.
6.2.
Will Barton 4 rebounds.
They're equal in assists.
No.
No,
Oh,
more assists. Will Barton win assists.
okay.
play efficiency. I don't know why the NBA status
But we don't know. We can't do
11.86
the background behind that. Like we can't argue
and
that.
12.7 Kuzma wins that.
We don't know the background behind that, so we can't argue that.
Yeah, but I'm just giving it a 10.
I just saying you can't argue the background behind that. So
Okay,
we
so
don't know
you're
what
right.
that mean.
That means
If you if you know what the man tell us,
I
if
say
you
start
know what the
shooting.
man tell us,
Play
if you
efficiency.
know what the man tell us, all right then pull up the
It
minutes.
depends
Please.
on how.
I asked for the
It was
minutes.
just
tell us the
determining how
minutes.
consistent the player is for the team.
And the
That's
minutes
why I
they
said
play.
Pull up the minutes.
Okay. This is the starts for Kuzma. 21 minutes. 28.8 minutes a game for Kuzma for the 2021 season. Barton. For the 2028 season. Come on, man. He's given 31 minutes. So Barton's actually have more minutes than Kuzma, but not more points and everything like that. So
That's how they base off the player
Yeah,
efficiency.
we just say non-point points and everything like that. But we just saw stats for about not higher stats. But
and assists.
Anyway, we have
So I will pick
Hold on.
Kuzma.
That
We are Kuzma again.
Barton plays 30
You're
plus
giving
minutes,
an opinion, and you
Kuzma
acting like your opinion is the facts.
No,
But
that's
anyway,
just facts.
and this is what I mean by
Facts,
this and that.
minutes,
This is
bro.
why we call it this is that a facts.
It's
He's
facts.
acting like his opinion is facts.
What do you ask for? Minutes, I give you the minutes.
Hey, Carl, we losing time. Can you give out all the thanks and all those stuff before we leave?
All right, I want to thank all our guests that we had before. Trevor Stewart. We want to thank
Trevor Stewart.
We want to thank Trevor Stewart for coming through. We want to thank Jabari for coming through. We want to thank Lil G, Gino Bullard, all the way from San Antonio, coming through, blessing us. Shem, all the way in Arkansas, for coming through, blessing us. KO from Canada. We had Ann Vaughn from Tampa.
Definitely.
Then we had Shamar Burrows last week. He's all the way in Canada as well. Then we had Tum Tum. Shout out Tum Tum. He got his master's degree a few days ago, and he is coaching his old Sunrise High School team as an alumni. So he's actually the head coach of Sunrise.
While I got something left on that one.
So shout out Tum Tum, master's degree, and he's going to be the head coach for Sunrise Christian Academy. Shout out to you.
All right, then let me. Oh, you finished? You got all the, that's all the gas, right?
Yeah,
I hope that's all.
Yeah.
I want to show all the fans who've been tuning in. Shout out Rodney, shout out Gerard, shout out Donovan, shout out Joe Boy, who's been here a few times. Shout out Spooty, shout out the whole cabinet crew. Hayes, shout out Smiley, shout out all the people in the fraternity who've been tuning in. Shout out all my Facebook followers who've been tuning in. Shout out my Twitter followers, the THABLACKSWAAN fans. Shout out all the followers there. Like everybody who's been tuning in, I think you had some family members and friends. We appreciate everything we're doing. We've been doing this all these weeks. We
Brandon,
appreciate you guys.
Texas.
Brand. Show Germany.
Germany.
Well,
Argentina.
Argentina.
Yeah.
I think one of our first
Patrick
weeks
in
was
Carolina.
Argentina.
Yeah.
Shout out all that. So like we appreciate all you guys being here. We like every like, every share, every comment. That means a lot to me, and it means a lot to us, and it goes a long way. So we thank you guys for doing all that. We definitely gonna keep this going next season.
For sure.
We definitely gonna keep this going.
And the
next
playoffs.
season.
We got the playoffs.
In the
going
playoffs, we're gonna do a little different format for you guys, but we will have something coming you for the playoffs. But we're looking forward to next season. The Black Swan podcast, we're gonna be doing some different things. So we do have some things coming. We do have a little. Don't tell them yet. Don't tell them yet. But we do have some conversations coming for you guys over the summer. We have a big summer plan for what's going on. It's gonna be some non-basketball things. So if you want to tune into that, definitely check us out for that. But all in all, we appreciate everything that you guys been doing. You always here with us. when you're going down to 10 followers or 10 viewers, up to 50 to 70 viewers. It was exciting, and we appreciate every time we got those viewers. And I hope that we gave a good production throughout the season. And our hopes is to only get better next year. So we thank you guys.
Better with time.
So, our last time signing out on our This That a Fact Basketball Talk live season for the season. I want to say it's your boy, the Black Swan. That's THABLACKSWAAN. I'm here with Coach. And
Yo.
Trevor Stewart is joining
Trevor
us on
Stewart.
our live. Trevor Stewart is joining us on our last
6'3".
live. So until next time, guys, be
We out.
easy and we out. Peace.